Vice President Anuradha Ganesan, through visionary Dr. Francis Julian and CSO Suresh, created with VMRF, approved by the University Grant Commission and Bar Council of India. VMRF benefits from a mentorship tie-up with OP Jindal Global University and Jindal Global Law School, marking it as the first Indian law school with the former academic partnership of this scale. A mentorship committee of senior law professionals steers vision integrated spaces. VMLS offers 5 years integrated BA LLB, BCom LLB and BA LLB programs, 3 years LLB program and 1 year LLM in corporate and financial laws, commercial dispute resolution, criminal law and practice, Global Tamil Law Center, Center for Technology and Justice, Center for International Law, Legal Aid Clinic, Legal for Access to Justice. Vinayagar Mission Law School is not just an institution but a mission, a learning ecosystem where training is making an impact, whether in international courts, fintech ethics, environmental law or social justice. VMLS offers the law student with knowledge, vision and purpose. Now, I call upon Advocate Shiva Prakash, Legal Counsel, VMRF, to give a welcome speech. It is an honor and privilege to have our guest, Chief Guest of the Day, Isaac Mohanlal sir. Mr. Isaac Mohanlal, Senior Advocate, towering figure in the legal fraternity over the past 35 years. Distinguished practice in constitutional, civil and criminal under the mentorship of the renowned Professor G.S. Thambi. Since then, he has built a formidable reputation for his courtroom acumen, integrity and commitment to justice. Designated as a senior advocate in 2016, Mr. Mohanlal has appeared in numerous landmark cases, including Arasu vs. State of Tamil Nadu, and has served as a court-appointed mediator in complex disputes involving industrial disputes, criminal defense, economic offences and public interest litigation. He is equally admitted for his oratory and engagement. Mr. Mohanlal Tamil Nadu Mediation and Conciliation Center and currently functions as the General Secretary of the Madurai Law Academy, contributing to the legal education, research and training. In recognition of his legal acumen and integrity, the Government of Tamil Nadu
esteemed guests, dignitaries and especially our senior counsel Isaac Mohanlal sir, I regret to inform you that due to unavoidable circumstances, Mr. M.K. Suresh, President of India High Court, is unable to and extend his warmest wishes to all of you on his behalf. It is our utmost privilege to deeply humbled by this invitation and grateful for this opportunity. First and foremost, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to the organizers for their tireless effort in bringing us together today. Your dedication and commitment to this noble cause are truly commendable.
MMBA Secretary Sibi, Nirmal Kumar Joint Secretary and our Treasurer Saravana Kumar on the stage.
The same. But the third, and which is the most important and closest to my heart as an educator, is that the earlier 3 generations of legal education or waves of legal education that we had witnessed in India till then had failed to a large extent in addressing one significant issue, which is that of how legal education can grow in tandem with the imperatives of access to law and justice. Why do I say that? As we know, the first wave of legal education led to a remarkable freedom movement, and post the freedom movement, the rise of high quality lawyering in courts across the country, leading up to the emergency years where lawyers took the mantle in upholding constitutional freedoms, some of whom subsequently went on to become leaders in society, holding positions of power and authority. Then we see the next wave of legal education, starting off with the creation of the 5-year law program, the BA LLB integrated program. Dr. Madhav Menon, Mr. Ram Jethmalani and many others who led to this visionary establishment of the National Law School model, if I may say that. Though it was one institution back in that time, it has become a model over the years. One that was very fortunate in a way, as India liberalized, that it could create legal talent for the multinational corporations and the Indian conglomerates that decided to get and ride the wave of privatization and liberalization. Then we see the third wave of legal education, one that I have quite a few things to actually speak about, considering they are our institutional mentor.
But it's quite surprising to see so many lawyers present here. Probably that is an indirect recognition of the fact, as our librarian Atif was telling, bridging the space between education and profession. When I listened to the Dean, Dr. Padmanabhan, I was wondering what would have been the position had we had principals or deans like Dr. Padmanabhan at our colleges in those days. We did not have. All that we seemingly learnt was a bit of criminal law, a bit of property, and a small amount of constitution. We all thought that the whole horizon of legal education is that much. Property, criminal, and a bit of constitution. But today what we witness over the past almost quarter century is something mind-boggling. Legal education and legal profession has taken leaps, quantum leaps. We are talking about, at the time when we entered the profession, all that we did was property, criminal, and sometimes we were wonderstruck that why these matrimonial issues are coming up and why these family courts are growing so fast. That itself was a little mind-boggling. But today what we witness over this quarter century is the development of commercial law, which deals about finance and economics. But right now, the technological advancement, and again we are going up to space laws. No? International law deals with space laws, how the satellites ought to be operated, how their orbits ought to be set up, and how they should be regulated. And now the state has come where we are afraid of our own technological innovations. Now we want a protection from our own inventions. For that also we need the court. Originally we thought that every possible human problem, from the cradle up to the grave, would be resolved in the portals of the courts. Problems between beings, human beings, and among human beings, or between the society and the private individual. But today we are actually scared of our own innovations. We are not able to compete with that. Dr. Padmanabhan was talking about driverless cars, probably driven by artificial intelligence. And he was citing an example that suppose a confrontation arises between an artificially intelligent driven car and a human driven car, and who is to compete with whom. So these are all very scary now. Unless law evolves, advances itself, and keeps its pace along with the sociological, technological, commercial advancements, both the lawyers and well as the profession will be lagging behind. There were times in the history, probably of course you might be knowing, in the 17th century at some point of time, two states of the United States, Massachusetts and Pennsylvania, they passed resolutions. The legal profession should be abolished. Some of you might have come across the famous Shakespearean statement in the 16th century, let us kill all lawyers. But if we look back at history and the present context, today's society cannot live even a single day without lawyers. Every possible problem will have to be resolved by lawyers. All your armaments, all your ammunition, all your nuclear weapons cannot give solutions. You may actually build big bridges, construct huge buildings, and so on and so forth. All these things possible with the technological advancement. But unless there is orderliness, unless there is peace, and unless there is a resolution, not even a single moment the human beings can exist on this face of the earth. For this, the law and the lawyers are the only solution. Today, artificial intelligence is grabbing the field everywhere. If you look at architecture, the entire thing is designed by artificial intelligence. If you look at the medical profession, particularly the diagnosis, the scanning, and the surgical part, everything is taken over by artificial intelligence. Some years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I witnessed one demonstration in a medical council conference, where the surgical part was displayed in a screen, where a human hand how it does and an artificial intelligence computer how it does. The human hands are shivering. When it was magnified 5,000 times, it was like this. But when an artificially intelligent operated computer does it, it was very negligible. So precision is possible not in the human hands, but it is possible with the